I'm Autumn Barraza, and I am the HOPES coordinator at Family Support Services. So we are a home visitation program that works with families for about 2 years. We go into their home and we're more of a parenting coach to them. We're supportive through every obstacle that they go through. We're there to cheer them on through the things that are going well for them, and we're also there to encourage them through the challenges that they face. I definitely want to work with people, especially younger generation of people, and helping them know that they can have a voice, and letting them know that what happens to you is not going to be your future. You have a voice and you can change what happens to you. You can break that cycle.
Several years ago, we saw that a grant application had come up, and that was called the HOPES Project. And what we found out when we looked at that is that Potter County, out of 256 counties in the state, was identified as the #1 county in the state in need of child abuse prevention services. With the metrics they used, it was way above every county in the state. Teen pregnancy, poverty, just a wide variety of factors. So luckily we applied for that grant, and we partner closely with the Department of Protective and Regulatory Services now, and it's been a fantastic, life-changing program for a lot of families. So we're very lucky that we got that grant.
I'm Jessica Romero. I'm from Garden City, Kansas. I have 5 kids. I got Delilah, Brian, Giselle, Sophia, and Glinda. They're a handful, but they're very, me. They're all of my personalities and different people. It's so amazing to see. Actually, I didn't know about HOPES. I was in a domestic violence shelter, and at the moment, I was just going through, the motions of everything. I didn't know there was programs out there to help, with things like this. A couple weeks later, a lady came to the house and she was like, I'm here to see Delilah, and talk to you, fill out some forms. And when she sat down with my daughter on the floor, and the communication that they had, it was just awesome. And I knew that this was gonna be the program that was gonna help my children and myself to, build that bond. Leslie Hinojosa is the parent educator that we work with. She's fabulous. I'm thankful that we have her, that she has just made so much change. I'm gonna get emotional. When Leslie came into our lives, Delilah was not talking. And she had very backed up speech, and it was very minimal. And Leslie slowly came in and just started working with her, bringing in projects, that me and Delilah could do while she was monitoring us. And it was just all 3 of us built this bond. And Delilah just started taking off from there. She went from counting colors, shapes. I mean, it was just amazing to watch, that every time that Leslie came, Delilah was starting to do something more. We were potty training Delilah at that time, and I was like, okay, what can we do? So Leslie brought up that suggestion. I was like, oh, we'll do it. Every time she goes to the potty, we put a pom-pom inside the jar. And so we were doing that. And after a while, I didn't even realize that Delilah was doing it. It was like second nature, and just took off with it. And at the end of the month, it was December actually, she brought the bucket to me. She said, Mommy, it's full. And Delilah did the bathroom, and that was her first sentence. And I was like, a complete sentence, and the bucket was full because she had went to the potty. And it was because Leslie put those tools there and motivated both of us. And it was just amazing to see my little girl, do that.
Our program is focused on the families and the children, but overall, Amarillo, because if you change one generation, the next generation changes. So the work that we're doing isn't just right now, it's gonna change generations to come. It'll change those children's lives, and it'll change how they raise their children and how their children raise their children. And so it's really not even, it's thinking about now, but really thinking about the future of Amarillo. Where are we going? CPS cases and stuff like that, if we really want to change that, it begins now.
So we don't just serve those clients who are in crisis at FSS. We serve anyone who who might just need a support system, who might need a coach in life. I want parents to know that it's okay for them to reach out to organizations like Family Support Services and get some help, whether it's taking a parenting class or an anger management class, seeking help for counseling services, or with yourself or your child or your husband or your partner, whoever it might be, or even through our home visitation program, and to not be ashamed of it, because our parents have a unique opportunity right now to just be honest with each other and say, it's hard. It's really hard to be a parent. And that's what I've really loved about the HOPES program, our home visitation program, because we're really kind of challenging those norms that people can't ask for help as parents because it's so embarrassing and it's shameful. It's not. It's just simply hard to be a parent, and we have got to be able to change that attitude and behavior and make the call to places like Family Support Services and just ask questions, because you and a million other parents are asking the same questions.
This program has changed my life, because before I didn't know how to communicate with my children. I was kind of just going with it, winging it the best that I could. And there were times that I didn't have the answers, you know. Sometimes as parents get so overwhelmed with everything, we don't think that they don't understand. The kids don't understand what we're trying to say because we're so caught up in everything else. And, you know, that time out that we get with our parent educator, it teaches us how to come down off that high horse, I guess you can say it, and, you know, talk to them at their level, the child's level, and understand and listen and talk and work with them and show them that it's a team, that we're all a team, we're gears working together, not against each other. And it's brought me closer even more with my kids. And, you know, now I see how happier we are. We're more content. We spend more time together. We're more creative together. Like, we'll do projects just out of the whim of nowhere, you know. And it's all thanks to this program that's kind of made me, like, lay back a little and enjoy my children and enjoy the time I have with them.